hard and eating clean and still look like a stick, you're making one of these 15 mistakes. Now let me guess who you are. You're a vegetarian that eats clean, lifts every day, but still looks like he doesn't even lift. And now you're beginning to believe that because you're vegetarian, you can't build any muscle. Just let you know that it's complete BS. And I used to be in this same exact boat as you. Now, I'm Zell. I built over 110 pounds of muscle. I'm a lifetime vegetarian and I'm a YouTuber. And I know in the title of this video, I used the word idiotic, but I just needed to get your attention. A lot of people are using programs that don't really work, and I'm here to fix that. The information I'm going over today is extremely important, so I need you to lock in because you probably are making at least a handful, if not more, of these mistakes. So if you want to look good and get the respect from people that you want respect from, I suggest you lock in. Go turn off all distractions. If you can't go through a 10 to 15 minute video, then there's no chance of you ever being successful at anything. So lock in, apply this knowledge to your diet and your training, and I guarantee the results will be wonderful.
It's as satisfying to me as coming is, you know, as having sex with a woman and coming.
Number one, chasing the pump. Now, the pump shouldn't be a desired goal because I can grab a 3-pound rock from outside, do a billion bicep curls until I'm blue in the face, and I'll have the biggest pump of my life. Now, will that over the week, next week, will I get stronger? Will I have big muscle? Probably not. Not as effective as per se a proper training routine where the desired goal is to get stronger every week. Okay. Now, a pump is not a bad thing. It's a byproduct of the hard work and a good workout routine. It just is. It's just like the next point, which is going to be chasing fatigue. It's the same byproduct. But chasing it is not going to give you any bigger boost. You know, a pump is only there for a couple minutes, right? And it's just it's a fleeting goal. So don't chase it. What I suggest you doing is chasing weights, basically. More reps, more weights, more sets. Number two, chasing fatigue. Now, when I used to play basketball, I used to gauge how well my training was based off the fatigue I had at the end. So if I wasn't fucking drop dead on the court, I wasn't training hard enough. Or, no, well, it was more like duration of the training. If it wasn't 2 hours, then it wasn't a good fucking training session. And looking back on it, I probably could have made the same exact progress or even more with less. You know, training is more with less, if you understand what I mean. And I kind of brought that over to weight training. I used to think that the reason I wasn't building muscle back then was because I was a vegetarian. Well, let me give you my case, what I was doing. I was working out 2 hours a day for 6 days a week on a calorie deficit. And I still felt it was the case that I was a vegetarian. That's why I wasn't building muscle. Obviously, if you're in a calorie deficit, if you're training 6 times a week for 2 hours, you're gonna be tired as fuck, your muscles aren't gonna recover, and it might be a trash ass workout too. Now, fatigue, it's a byproduct of hard work. That's what it is. You shouldn't be chasing it because you can get fatigued from anything, and like walking, you can get fatigued from walking, but your quads are not gonna grow because of walking, you know? I could do an 8-mile jog, right? And tomorrow I'm gonna look thinner than I look today, you know? There's no real muscle gain. So fatigue is a byproduct of hard work, but it's not gonna give you the muscle hypertrophy you work. Now for real workouts, when you're working out with weights, your workout should be around 45 minutes to an hour and a half. 2 hours seems a little excessive, unless you're talking like chatting up with the ladies. Go right ahead. Recovery is extremely important. Is the foundation of all muscle building. If you don't sleep, you don't make muscle. I recommend about 4 workouts a week. Perfect. And I want to give you this pointer. You can build a trash training routine and still be fatigued, and you're not going to build any muscle. Number 3, relying on soreness. Now, soreness is a relative value. You can be working out for 5 years and you're not going to get the same soreness as, for say, you train for your first month at the gym. Remember the first month? You will get sore. Everything. Now, the same thing with chasing fatigue. You can build a trash ass workout routine, get super sore, but it's not going to stimulate the same muscle growth as let's say weight training. Like I can go on the stairs for an hour and be like dead tomorrow morning with my legs, and I still won't stimulate the same muscle growth as per se doing squats, 4 sets of 8. But there is some good to it. You can use it as like an indicator that you're working out the right muscles. Like for instance, when I was first working out, I'm embarrassed to say, for the first couple of years, I didn't know how to do a lat pull down. I'm gonna be honest. I thought I was doing it right, but once someone taught me the proper way to do a lat pull down, I actually found like that I was working out my lats. Like the next day I was actually sore. So I was like, oh, that's how you work out your lats. So it's an indicator. It can be an indicator on that you're working out the right muscles. Number 4, mechanical tension. Now I remember back a long time ago, I think it was for like a couple years, I had the same exact bench. I thought if I showed up to the gym, I would be fine. You know, I was gonna build muscle anyways, just showing up to the gym. But I realized the reason people were a little bigger than me is because they were pulling more weight. Bigger muscle equals more weight pulled or pushed or squatted. Doesn't really matter. Bigger muscle equals more weight. But then I realized, you know, I have to continually get stronger every single week or day, or every time I work out, I have to get stronger in some capacity to get more muscle. So I know you. So don't be the person that trains till mild discomfort, bro. Please, you, the person watching this video, do not train to mild discomfort. You got to be like, I don't know, screaming, moaning, I don't know, grunting. You got to have some kind of physical exertion to know that you're working hard enough. Go to the limit of what you're capable of. Don't leave the gym until, or go to the limit of what you're capable of. If you got a set, please just leave it like to failure or one to 2 reps before. Number 5, have a tracker. Have something in your phone, some notes that says how many reps you did last week and at what weight, because it makes it a lot easier when you come to this new workout to push yourself, to reach the limits of what you're capable of, so you can actually stimulate muscle growth. Because muscle growth happens when your muscle pushes it beyond what it can, and then your body sends a signal to the muscle to say grow, because we need to adapt so we can push more weight next time. If you don't have a tracker, you don't know what you did last week, so you're just gonna do what's comfortable, okay? And thus, no progress, no growth. And if you can't track something, how do you know even if you progressed? Number 6, too much workout variation. I used to have a time where I would go to the gym with new friends every single week, I would say. Not new friends, my old friends, but I would have a new gym partner every week. And when I was doing that, I would switch up my routine so much because I wanted to follow them. I've never been the real person to say really no when we were working out. I'm just gonna do my own thing, you can do your own thing. I always kind of like follow the person. I kind of want to see new things, but I did it so often that I had too much workout variation. I couldn't track what I was doing, and when I went back to my old workout routine, I felt like I gotten weaker because my bench was down, my incline was down, my squat was down, my lat pull down was down, because I was doing so much of different things that I wasn't pushing myself to the limits of what I was capable of. And it's like a video game character. If you play Marvel Rivals, if you change your hero shooter every single round, you're never gonna get good at like any single character, right? So what I suggest you doing is just having like 1 or 2 variations of each exercise. You can make an amazing body with just like 4 exercises and just sticking through it for an entire year. Number 7, choosing the wrong exercises. There's always going to be a new optimal routine. Just don't do some dumb shit. Like if you want to grow your legs, don't spend 2 hours on the Stairmaster and expect your legs to grow quadruple, look like Quadzilla, And like a video game, there's always going to be new patch notes, new scientific research that comes out, and there's always going to be a new meta, a new meta. But I'm sure that if you did the same exercise as Arnold, and in today's game, you're still going to build incredible good shape. Just don't pick some stupid shit. Number 8, short rest times. So I'm still guilty of this. It's something I'm trying to improve. I put like a timer on my phone right now for like 2 to 2.5 minutes between sets, so I can get the adequate amount of rest time. Because I used to just go to the gym, pump out like in 30 minutes, and just leave that bitch, But yeah, short rest times is a mistake, because it's just like your muscle. Imagine your muscle is like a car, and between sets you're refueling that car. Say you're fucking going fast as shit, and you're squeezing that tank until almost it has nothing in it, And if you have a really short rest time, that means your muscle doesn't have that much fuel to go hard again. So the more rest time that you have between sets, the more muscle you're actually going to grow, because the more you're actually going to be pushing yourself. So what I suggest is putting a 2 to 3 minute timer on your phone between sets. Now, another mistakes I used to make a lot was in high school, I just benched until I was fucking dead. I would literally bench maybe 3 to 4 times a week. And I thought, building a big chest, I looked like I worked out like crazy. Kind of worked, kind of didn't. I suggest for this next point, number 9, focus on aesthetic muscle. If you want to look good, just have big shoulders and a big back. You look like you're fucking strong as shit. Number 10, not eating enough protein. Now, I've said this story before, but I'm going to repeat it again. I think in my last video I said this, but it's such a good story and it brings the point home that I'm going to repeat it. So my dad, God bless him, he's not dead. He was an endurance athlete his entire life. He's played a lot of basketball, and when he was doing his basketball, he tore one of his Achilles. Now, one of his calves is actually smaller than the other one because that happened. They had to have surgery. He had I think 2-year recovery. It was gruesome, terrible. I feel sorry for him, but it happens. And now, recently, for the past couple years, he's been training his calf, not only his calf, his body, but specifically, he's been targeting his calf to get it to the same size as the other one, because it kind of looks weird. He wears a lot of long pants and stuff like that just to cover it up. But when I was going through my journey, he used to shit on me a lot. He said, yo, you're eating too much protein. You're just going to piss it out. There's no point in doing that. One day he comes up to me. He's like, I think I'm doing something wrong. I haven't been progressing. I haven't been getting stronger. And the size looks the exact same as it was like a couple months ago. So what am I doing wrong? So I looked at his diet. He's been a carbitarian for his entire life. That's what I call vegetarians that eat only carbs, carbitarians. So he's been eating a lot of spring rolls, a lot of sandwiches, not enough protein. So I just told him, eat 1 shake a day, just 25 grams or 50 grams, and you're going to see tremendous progress in your gym, and you're going to see the recovery times is way better. Well, that's exactly what happened. He's gotten a lot bigger in his calf, and he's noted strength and it's been like really short amount of time. So that story drives my point home that protein is the number 1 most important, besides training hard, to get jacked, to get big as fuck. So I'm 220 pounds and I eat about 250 grams of protein. Right now I'm in a cut. So what I suggest you doing, if you're just starting out, like you watching this video, you're fucking starting out. So what I suggest you doing is grabbing your body weight times it by 1.10, and that's the amount of protein you're gonna eat every single day. Now, if you're cutting, I would suggest even going higher, because your body's going to use more of it to keep the muscle on your body. But the reason why it's so much, and it's actually beyond the fitness standard of 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, is because vegetarian protein sources aren't as high quality as, per se, a meat. It's just not. So you have to compensate. You have to add a little more. And it's just how it is. Number 11, not eating enough calories. So to build muscle, you need calories. It's just how it is. You cannot build muscle in a calorie deficit. You can try all you want. You can try it as hard as you can. You're just not going to build the same exact muscle as, per se, you're in a calorie surplus. So what I suggest you doing is grabbing your maintenance. I'm going to put a calorie calculator down in the description, and you just do that. And if you want to do it manually, you just add 250 to 500 calories on top of your maintenance. The calorie calculator is also going to do that for you. You just follow it daily. You track it like you track your workouts. And if you hit that daily, you're going to gain weight and you're going to gain muscle. Number 12, all the supplements you need. I'm going to put a video up here. It's going to show you the breakdown of all these supplements and why you need them and how much to take. But you're going to need leucine protein powder. So whether it's vegan protein powder or whey protein, make sure there's leucine, because vegetarians do not get that, and it's in a component of muscle building. Omega-3, very important for brain health and overall well-being, heart health as well. Vitamin D3, I take about 5 pills of these, so I think 5,000 IU, helps with testosterone, helps with hormones, helps with overall health. And most Americans, if not in the entire world, I think 60% is in a vitamin D deficiency. Creatine, very good, helps with recovery, helps with working out even harder in the gym. I suggest about 1 scoop, which is I think 5 grams of creatine. And I'll be making a better video on this, ranking all these and why I think these are important. Number 13, improper nutrition times. I suggest drinking a protein shake right after your workout because your muscles, like, I don't know how to say it. Imagine it's got holes in them, and the protein shake is like the knitting machine that like knits them back into like a full sheet of muscle. I know that sounds really weird. What I'm basically saying is that drink a protein shake right after you work out. It's going to help you over the long term. Really, it doesn't really matter when you eat, per se, like your big meals. You can fast over the mornings and stuff. As long as you get the protein and the food in, and you drink a protein shake or have at least a good amount of protein right after you work out, it doesn't really matter. Just hit the macros and hit the 250 grams of protein per day. Number 14, ignoring complete proteins. With your beans, you should eat rice. With your beans, you should eat rice. And for say like any other protein sources, I would suggest varying it up. You know, every single protein source has different amino acids. Not going to be a perfect protein source. There is no chicken in the vegetarian world. That you can't eat chicken and rice every single day. It's just not how it works. So what I suggest you doing is varying up your foods so you get the right amino acids. And honestly, it just improve your quality of life. You don't want to be eating the same shit every day. This is not fucking prison. So switch it up, you'll see improvement. And number 15, eating processed healthy foods. Now, I used to eat a lot of health bars. I still do, like mini candy bars. If like I'm on my cheat meal, I eat like a Quest bar or whatever. It's not gonna hurt me that much. Hopefully not. Hopefully I don't have fucking lung cancer or like fucking holes in my stomach. But eating healthy processed food. Don't eat those Beyond Burgers. That shit's fucking ass for you. It costs way too much. The cost for these companies to actually make those burgers to taste like meat is like fucking like 2 cents. And they're selling it for like $30, even higher price than the actual meat. It makes zero fucking sense since soy is the most cheap protein source on the market. Why is it so fucking expensive? I have no clue. But also it's not very healthy. Anything with 50 fucking ingredients in it is obviously not designed for human consumption or healthy human consumption or healthy gut. It's just not it. And if you're a vegetarian, the reason why you're vegetarian is one of two reasons. You don't like killing animals or you want to be healthy. So don't fucking eat healthy processed foods. You fucking dumbass. Don't eat it. Now that's it for the video. Like and subscribe. Tell me in the comments what you want to see next. I'm coming out with a new video. I think hopefully next week. I'm gonna have a more consistent schedule now. I'm gonna really crank down. Also, I'm gonna have a course dropping pretty soon here. I think it's gonna be a school. I'm gonna just help you guys implement these things. But anyways, remember, sacrifice for what you want, or what you want will become the sacrifice. Have a good one.